Hello people, apologies for no videos today. Been a bit of a mess really, because my phone ran out of charge during the night, so I rely on that for my alarm. So I overslept, woke up about 7:15, so I wasn't even in time for the DE move of the morning. So there would have been a perfectly good trade about 7:01 and a bit, because remember the spread is monstrous until 7:01. So anyway, it didn't matter. I missed that because I was asleep. Managed to get this trade here, and it was purely based on the, well, you can see there's a trend: low, high, high, low, high, high. You can see my levels are here, 15 and 30 levels that needed breaking. We can see old supply, which forces the price down, became new demand. Old resistance became new support. That's the trend, and that was the continuation, and that was about a 14 pip trade there. And then I managed to miss this because I had to go out at 9 o'clock. This would have been a good trade here. The 3 candle reversal, as you can see, this candle here was the break, the bust out, and then the break and close below there, and you can see the 3 candle reversal as well. So I missed that one making breakfast, and managed to get back in on this using the M1, and heavily reliant on the histo alert. But you can see your low, high, high, low, high, 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 low, and so on and so forth until the close here. Then we had the little pullback, that was the green bar. Always beware the pullback. And then, as you can see again, we got a break and close below the bar prior to the pullback bar, and that was my signal to take another 11 pips out of that net. So a bit of a frantic morning due to oversleeping, and consequently no videos. Apologies for that, guys. But this DAX really does move. I used to trade it a lot, and then I don't know what, well, I dropped it, and then I've never thought of using the histo on it, and the histo seems to be working extremely well with the DAX and the 3 candle reversals. So keep an eye on that one. I implore you guys, even if you never use what I do, have a look at this histo. It is amazing. I nearly made a video yesterday about there was a big strong up move, and whenever the histo did its stuff, i.e. bust and pull back and then break and close, you got an up move. You know, they are all over here as well, to be honest with you. So have a look at what goes on. It's not rocket science. Bust out, break, pull back, look, and then break and close, and that was a big move there. So, you know, don't get in too late. Try and get in early on the change of the move, but with a 5 or 15 minute reversal here, you can clearly see the trend: high, low, lower, high, lower, low. There's old demand, support turned into new supply, resistance, and then down she goes. So use this, guys, I implore you. So anyway, later on, I got home about 5, and I've been watching this huge move on cable, and drew my lines, and then just waited for it to do its stuff. So let's get here's H1, as you can see. H1 low drawn on there, that's that green line there. That would have been the M30 low, yes it is. And that's your trade plan, guys. You know, once you get a break of a significant level, the M15 will be hiding in there somewhere as well. So we'd broken the M30, or the low of that green candle. It wasn't a 3 candle reversal at that stage, it was just an M30 low. But you know, you can improvise, guys, with these levels. Once you understand what you're doing, you know, you've clearly now broken below the 0 line with the histo on the 15. That's important as well. You wouldn't even think about entering as a result of that one, because it was just not overextended. This was the first indicator I looked at late on the day. Then I'm looking, drawing my reversal levels. They don't happen very often, guys. Look, you haven't even got an M15 there. That was far too early to be looking for shorts, in my opinion, anyway. but there's an M15 on there, and then you could have drawn an M15 here, and it hasn't closed below it, and then you could have waited for an M15 there. It did, but at no point did the histo alert come down. I'm talking about this here, low, high, all inside bars and messing about bars. Finally we get a little high, so this low would have been oh no, we didn't get a reversal, to be honest with you. No, I do apologise. Bearing in mind I was out at that point as well, so there was no reversal on the 15. Then it went back up. That's the 15 level we're talking about there, the low of that green candle. That green candle there, you can see it tested, failed to reverse, then no doubt caught a ton of shorts in there with their stops up here, and then they've pushed it back up again. Excuse me. And then as you can see, I've started to draw my lines on these candles here, waiting for a reversal. It finally dropped below, pull the trade onto the chart, and once you get, sorry for all the lines guys, but that's what you've got to do to plan your trades. It's just a trade plan. Look, the M30 low there, actually the M30 low was the low of the big candle. I'm getting my time frames confused, I do apologise. That's that M30 low. There's another M30 that was superseded by an H1 there. Low, high, high, low, higher, high. M30 here that will affect price, but that will most likely be an H1 low now though, but that's way above where I was targeting. So I was targeting the M30 low from that large candle there. This will go lower now, I mean it's the time of day. So we can see the trend as well, high, low, lower, high, and I just went for the lower low. The histo alert did its stuff again on the 5-minute time frame in this instance, plus the reversals on the 5-minute time frame. We just closed below the M5 reversal level there, low, high, high, low, high, high. The close was 3386, that was 3387, micro pip below it. I mean that's just crazy, isn't it? Then the pullback, the candle that I entered on, and when this histo alert broke through the low of that one, bust. In fact it was this one that broke through, but I wanted to wait for the pullback before I entered. There's the bust through on the 5-minute, there's the break and close on the 5-minute. That was the reversal down on the 5-minute, and as you can see, the entry was absolutely perfect. No drawdown whatsoever, and a nice little $9 pip, 8.7 pip trade. I did go in this instance. I often say don't go for the line, but you know, you often overshoot, because they would want to close it below that on the hourly, and it did overshoot, and then we've had a little pullback and it's continued down. I wonder what this has exactly done. Where are we in regards to the hour? So that hour looks like it might have just closed below the hourly low. High, low, high, low. The green one is the high, high, low, lower, high. And the red candle, well, let's have a look at the green candle, see what it opened as. Get rid of that EMA. This is probably now just doing its little pullback thing. So the open on that was 2352, and the close we needed, because that's the low, high, high, low, high, high. The close we needed below 2329. Low was 2329, and the open of that was 2325. Yeah, 4 pips lower. So we're having a little pullback now, and then this will probably continue on down. But don't trade what I'm talking about here. Trade what you learn, if you like, from this stuff. So easy to do this. Get rid of all this stuff, and I'll just run through again what I did. Hopefully a little bit clearer. So as the price is pushing up, we just draw. I wasn't around through this period here, but you know, I wasn't around from 9 o'clock, had to go out. It's been a long day away from the computer today. But as the price goes up, all we do is draw the lows when we've overextended, as it were. So 5-day average is 70, and today was getting on close to 2.5 times that by the looks of it, or more, nearly 3 times. So you just keep, when you get to an extreme, all you do is draw your lines on. So if the price reversed below that green line, failed to make a new high, then this would have been your penultimate low. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. As it was, it went up higher, slightly higher by the looks of it with that red one. Let's just double check. High 3492. High 35. Yes, did. It broke the high. So that is the penultimate. So you need a close below that. Now that's higher. Now that the high of that's broken, this becomes the new penultimate high, and that's the new ultimate high. So get rid of that, and we put our low on that, and we want to see it break through the low of that and close through it, which it's just done here. Get rid of this MA again, it's annoying me now. We've closed through, we're having our pullback. Now we will be looking for a continuation. The obvious area that's going to cause a problem with price would be here. It's not been tested, so if this pulls back and tests these two sort of support levels here, which is highly likely to do, we wouldn't trade to that unless you're going for 1 or 2 pips or something and you really feel confident that the RSI histo is saying go for it. And then we're always looking at the lower time frames as well. You can start on the M30 and you could be all the way down here. I'd get to this point when it's above the the daily range of 70 ADR, and just keep drawing the 30s on there as well. Notice there's no reversal on the 30 minute at any point with all this move up. So that's your plan through the day. Every 30 minutes just look at the charts, especially when it starts to get high like this, and you do that on the 30 minute. You'll find the 15 minute will be most likely similar, as I talked about earlier in this video. The 15 minute at no point reversed. So you can see how useful this, that was the final 15 minute that looked like it might reverse, and it failed. And even if it did, you wait for the reversal up and then you take the trade after the reversal is over, as it were. And as you can see with this H1, there's no buyers left in the market at all at the moment by the looks of it. It just wants to collapse, and you could call that profit taking, really, I suppose. So you carry on doing. Now you're through here again, going up again. You want to put your 15 minutes on there just to give you a heads up as what's happening. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. That's your new penultimate low. The 15 minute did in fact break it, and then it pulled back, and then it continued on down. So at no point has a 15 minute reversed here. So you must be able to see the power of this 3 candle reversal. Don't take my word for it, do your own research. And once you've added something like this to it, you can clearly see at no point did this look weak even on the 15 minute, but once it started to weaken off on the 15 minute, that should be enough to tell you that you're in for a possible reversal. 30 minute, same thing. These are powerful, these red bars on the 30 minute, but you don't take the trades based on them alone. You use your 3 candle reversals as well, so they both complement each other. the reversals always have to take precedence over this, in my opinion. That may change because this has only been on my charts for the last 5 or 6 months, whereas I've been studying 3 candle reversals for probably best part of 13 years out of my 16 years doing this stuff. So that's it, guys. That's how you just catch these reversals. It's just like a trading plan, you know, and you can't just wait for them to do their stuff. Watch for the pullback like this H1 now, if you were considering trading the H1, and you know you're going to have a problem with that that low, that H1 low, and then look, you've got clear air now to that last resistance broken by the price up here. This resistance might cause a problem, and then in order to reverse down they have to break and close through that H4 low there. So you've got 3 good reasons for price to fill this gap here. Huge candle, old resistance needs to be tested as new support, or call it supply and demand. I suggest you do try to get into the habit of doing that. It's hard to break the habit of talking about support and resistance. Look, H4 has closed red on this. That should be screaming at you for watching a pullback on this huge move. So these days are great. Even if you said to yourself, I'm only going to trade when there's a massive discrepancy in the daily range, and then you use these 2 superb tools, the 3 candle reversal and the histo alert, to take those. That's got to be a winning strategy. Got to be. And if you can't do it on this on the daily intraday time frame, then find another way that you can do it. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and apologies for not making any videos today, or not being able to.